So good afternoon dear students. Today we are going to start next concept of nuclei. The next concept is the Einstein's mass energy relation. So you are familiar with this relation, that is E is equal to mc square. This equation is called as Einstein mass energy relation. In 1905, through this special theory of relativity, Einstein said that mass and energy are interconvertible. That is, mass can be converted into energy, and this energy also it can be converted into mass. So this energy, he gave the relation. That relation is called as mass-energy relation. Here we can see that Einstein told that the mass is also a form of energy, and it can be converted from one form to another form. That is, this E is equal to mc square, where this m is the mass and c is the velocity of the light. That is, c is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second is the velocity of the light. So E is equal to mc square. So this equation helped us to understand the nuclear masses and the interaction of the nuclei with each other. So this equation is very familiar equation because it is very important. So you have seen this equation before entering your high school classes also, because that is that much important it is there. So E is equal to mc square. So here you can see that there are three processes which will help us to understand this Einstein's mass energy equation. First is nothing but here you can see this is pair production. So pair means, so there are two particles. Here you can see that, so this is the gamma radiation, that is light, when it approaches the heavy nucleus. Whether so nucleus hatra banದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, nucleus in particular positively charged. Due to this heavy positively charged and high electric field, this gamma rays it will breaks into, so gamma rays is nothing but it is light. It breaks into electron and the positron, that is positive electron, okay. So here you can see that the energy, this energy is converted into mass, because you know that electron has the mass of 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg. Similarly, this positron is also has the mass of 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg. So this energy it is converted into the mass. And see this example here, pair annihilation. Pair annihilation is nothing but here you can see that two electrons are approaching. So okay, so see here this is positron and this one is electron. They are coming together and they are collapsing and they are forming the photons. That is, the masses are adding. These masses, so the masses they were combining and they are releasing the energy. So the mass is also can be converted into this energy. So here what happened, the energy is converted into mass and this electron and positron are formed. And next case, that is pair annihilation, what happens, this electron and positron. So I can write here this symbol, two-sided arrow mark, so that this electron and the positron they are combining and they are hitting and they are forming the energy. Therefore mass is also converted into energy and energy is also converted into mass. And one more example here you can see that the nuclear bomb. So nuclear bomb, so what will happen, the bomb has nothing but it is certain of mass. Okay, the mass is confined in a small region. When it is blasted, here you can see that this energy is produced. So that mass and energy they are both interconvertible. This is called as the Einstein's mass energy relation. So now we are going to calculate the energy equivalence of one atomic mass unit. So you know that now Einstein mass energy is given by E is equal to mc square. Here they have given the value of mass as m is equal to 1u. So what is the value of 1u? 1u is 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg. The value of 1 U is like this. So what is the value of C? So C is equal to 2.9979 into 10 to the power of plus 8 meter per second. So we roughly will take it as 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Now substitute these values here. So on substituting, E is equal to M value is 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg into C value is nothing but C is 2.9979 into 10 to the power of 8 whole square. On solving, you are getting E is equal to, it is 14.919 into 10 to the power of minus 11 joule. So this is it, joule. Now we have to convert this value in electron volt. So you know that, but you know that 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 90 joule. So therefore 1 joule is equal to 1 divided by 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 90 joule. So therefore we can write it as, therefore E is equal to 14.919 into 10 to the power of minus 11 divided by is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 90 electron volt. Okay, on after solving you are getting it is 931.3 mega electron volt. So you can solve it. Solve ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ the value you are getting 931.3 mega electron volt. Therefore E is equal to K is equal to 931.3 mega electron volt. That is 1 AMU. Its value is very small. Is too small value is 10 to the power minus 27. As too small is the energy is to create agide. E is equal to 931.3 into 10 to the power of 6 mega electron volt. That is small change in the mass can create the large amount of energy. Okay, so you can write it as 1U is equal to, you can also write it as 1U is equal to, it is 931.3 mega electron volt. So this will be the value of one energy equivalence of 1 AMU. Okay, 1 AM value is 931.3 mega electron volt. So next concept is nothing but the mass defect. Okay, so defect you know, so defects nothing but there is certain change in the process that is called as defect. So okay, here you can see that, so here you can see that this is the nucleus. So you know that the nuclear mass depends on the number of nucleus. Okay, the mass of the nucleus can be written as Mn is equal to A into U. So you can remember this, where this A is nothing but this A indicates the number of nucleons. So number of nucleons. So number of nucleons are nothing but they are the number of protons and neutrons are called as number of nucleons. Okay, here you can see that this indicates that this is the nucleus. So this is the nucleus and these are the individual nucleons. These are the nucleons. When the both are weighed, ಎರಡನ್ನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, weigh ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. weigh ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನು ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, here you can see that these constituent nucleons ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ weigh ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅದರ masses ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, it is greater than when they are combined in the nucleus. ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಇಂದ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ weigh ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಮತ್ತೆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಅನ್ನ weigh ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಮಾಸ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಟು ದಟ್ ವೆನ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್. ಅದನ್ನೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು, ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ weigh more than when joined in a nucleus. ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದಿ ಮಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ನನಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು mn ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಮಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ mn ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ m ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದನ್ m ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್. ಬಟ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಎರಡು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಿರಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಸೇಮ್ ಇರಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. ಇದೇ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ 2 helium 4 ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಹೀಲಿಯಂ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೀವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಈ ಕಡೆ ಇಟ್ಟು ಅದನ್ನ ವೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ದಟ್ ಇದನ್ನ ವೇ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೇನು 10 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಂತ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅದು ನೀವು ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ, 2 ಪ್ರೋಟಾನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, 2 ನಮಗೆ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಾನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು ವೇ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಅದು 10 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬರಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಬಟ್ ನನಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅದು 10.5 ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅವಾಗೇನಾಗ್ತದೆ, there is a certain difference in the both the masses, so therefore 10.5 minus 10 gram it will give 0.5 gram. This 0.5 gram is called as adana mass defect anta kariteve. Okay, difference in the mass of the constituents of the nucleus and the mass of the nucleus is called as adana mass defect anta kariteve. This mass defect it is equal to mass of the constituents minus mass of the nucleus. It is represented by delta m. Delta m is equal to z into mp plus a minus z into mn minus m. Where the z indicates, z and it is nothing but the number of protons. The z is number of protons. Mp is mass of proton. A minus z is nothing but it will be the number of neutrons. And this m is mass of the actual nucleus. So therefore delta m is equal to zmp plus a minus z into mn minus m. So here we are written. Okay, so this difference in the both the masses is called as mass difference. Okay, now we are going for one example. So take one example. So here I am taking the example of carbon 12. So take one example of that is carbon 12. In carbon, how many? So these electrons are, how many nucleons are there? 6. Carbon 12. This indicates Z is equal to 6. That is number of protons. That is the number of protons. Okay. Then number of neutrons n is equal to, it is a minus z. But what is the value of a? A is 12. 12 minus 6 is equal to 6 neutrons. So there are 6 protons and 6 neutrons. So substitute in this form. So again solve it. And the mass of the nucleus, mass of the m is equal to, it will be 12 u. Mass of the carbon 12 nucleus is 12. Therefore mass defect can be calculated by delta m is equal to, z value is, it is 6 into mass of this proton is 1.00728. Okay, plus number of neutrons, that is 6 into 1.00867. Okay, so close your bracket, minus it is 12. So on solving, delta m is equal to, this will be 12.0957 minus 12. Okay, ಇದನ್ನ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ delta m is equal to 12.0957 minus 12. So therefore delta m is equal to, it is 0.0957 u. So this will be the mass difference. ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ನಮಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಬೈ yourself. That is 8 oxygen 16. 8 oxygen 16. So mass of protons same irutte, mass of neutrons same irutte. Mass of the nucleus is m is equal to, it is 16 u. So calculate ಮಾಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ನನಗೆ ಮಾಸ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಓಕೆ.